What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. We're jumping into it. We're going to take on the Formless Flesh today. It's kind of a tongue twister. Formless Flesh. Alright, you got to get all the spit out of your mouth before you say that. We're going to get some pretty sweet rewards for it. The Flesh's Trophy is a great item. Yeah, let's just read the blurb real quick and then we'll jump in. I've already given our guys some items, and we've talked about the game plan before. It's pretty simple. But it says here, some things were never meant to live. Cleanse the sin of the ancestors' experimentations and put this abomination into the abyss where it belongs. Alright, let's do it. Provision and dog treats. We'll try. We'll do our best to remember to use our dog treats. Whoa, too much. I do want more items than usual, just because all of the different forms of the boss are actually pretty scary, and they cause lots of different afflictions. I think this is good, though. Let us embark. I'm tempted to bring another 4 food. I've got an item.
The spasmodically squirming, braying, and snorting half-corpses were heaped each upon the other until at last I was rid of them. The warrens had become a landfill of snout and hoof, gristle and bone, a mountainous, twitching mass of misshapen flesh fusing itself together in the darkness.
That's a horrifying image. But I was going to say, I've got on the
vestal.
The
thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
I've decided to use the Ancestor's Bottle for a little bit more HP on the Vestal. 50% food consumed is really not an issue. We often end up throwing away food. We know where the boss is, and it looks like we have the beginnings of a very easy route to get to him. I called it a him. That thing is, if anything was ever an it, it's a mix of so many bodies and species. Alright, we're gonna go top. If we gotta take a battle, at least let's have it be something that guarantees treasure. And we've got a lot of extra torches here. I don't know why I brought 2 full stacks. I didn't need that. No real reason, I suppose. But guys, you've seen me kill this boss twice already if you've been watching the series. This is just the hardest iteration. But all of this bleed, like I'm currently doing to this group, that's what's going to take him down just quick. I should go for a stun. That'll work. And they all get to live for 1 turn, but very soon they'll be dead. I've got the Ancestor's Coat and the Bright Tambourine on my Jester. We picked up a disease. We'll see what that does in a second when it's his turn.
Diminished.
And you get some debuffs. Alright, a little bit of movement into a stun. It's not a big deal. They're basically already dead. Dead, dead. 1 HP away. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got protection. Barristan's head on Behemoth. Alright, super dead. And now on him I have evidence of corruption. Which is, we're going to be probably surprising a lot of people that we fight. Just going to go for the big hit here. And he's not dead. Not yet. And of course we'll try and camp before we fight the boss. I don't know what buffs there are to get. Just 12 damage bleed. Not great. Let's go ahead and get rid of the stress while we're back here. We can't do any other offensive action. And that was the Grey Rot. That's a, 20% max HP on something like a Crusader or a Leper is a lot of HP. But the minus accuracy and damage are not great. But I will say that if we used him in the back like he currently is, his accuracy wouldn't really be that big of a problem because we can just use Battle Ballads
Their formation is broken.
Inspiring too.
Maintain
and accuracy is
defensive.
not an issue with those abilities, so it's not that big of a deal. How much is that? That's still 8 damage, so we will get rid of that. Reshuffle our party. Open up a treasure chest. That's quite a few heirlooms. We're going to toss the blood.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
And a stack of torches. And we'll just pick those up. And yeah, thanks to the Houndmaster, we're just going to get a ridiculous amount of scouts. We're going to be able to see everything coming. I actually don't know if we're going to camp here. We might just eat a little bit of food to top ourselves off. And that's the second thing we've opened that's been empty. Man, that scouting feels awesome. A really good advantage. Alright guys, let's top ourselves off. I walked right into that trap and I knew it was there.
Mechanical
That's
hazards
okay.
possessed by evil intent.
Alright, let's get in, see if we can execute our game plan. Mass bleed.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
204 HP, quite a bit. Hound's Harry. Okay, before I do anything, dog treats. Hound's Harry. There we go. Give ourselves some crits. Increase our bleed skill chance. So normally what you would do if you didn't have a bleed focused build is you would target the heart looking, or it actually looked like bowels or something. But they're the healer, the healing part. And that's what you would want to target. We're just going for fat bleed stacks. Stun doesn't feel awesome. The chances to stun any of these is pretty low except for the guy in the back who we can't reach. So we'll just hit him for 6 damage. Just because this strategy is super effective against this boss doesn't mean you should like underestimate them. There are certain forms that it takes. This is of course the least threatening form. This is going to be like mass healing. But it has forms that it can take that are really offensive. Wow, check out that healing though. Alright, keep those debuffs fresh. And we'll never miss a bleed. Hound's Harry is really where the money's at. Yeah, that was 17 damage plus the bleed. You don't gotta be a genius to see why that's good.
Masterfully executed.
Pretty happy when they attack her. Her having the ability to, you know, lay down some damage while healing herself. Really strong. The bleeds are getting thick, y'all.
Well struck.
More crits for more buffs. Increasing our own bleed skill chance. We've still got 1 round left with the dog treats. We'll see if it's still active when it's his turn. It is. Okay, some resists, but they don't have any more heals, and we've got some stacks in the 20s. I think we're going to go for a big heal here. No reason to let anyone get down to death's door. Hope for no stun. Nice, we resisted it. No stun, no stun. Nice. Easy money, y'all. 23 bleed. With a 7 heal.
It is as
There it goes.
grotesque in death
That was the easiest
as in
boss.
life.
That fight we took before the boss was kind of harder than the boss.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
And now we have the option to keep going, which I think we will. We can. I mean, we see so much on the board that we should just try and pick up. Let's actually just eat. Pick that up. And anything else I'd like to toss? Just use the holy water, I suppose. And we'll continue adventuring. So, moderately anticlimactic, but altogether not terrible. Have I never tried to... Huh. I thought for sure you could interact with that. Maybe I just missed it. Oh, there's my buddy Triori popping up. You're definitely going to talk to him after this game. He sent me some good replays for Total War. Got to get those done before the new patch comes out.
Impressive.
Today's episode might be a short one.
Dazed.
I've got a lot of videos I'm trying to make. I don't know if I'll go the full hour. I'm curious what you guys enjoy more. You know, the full hour-long format, or if I broke these down to like half-hour videos.
How quickly the tide turns.
I don't know if anyone wants to watch it. I could put out 4 videos a day at a half-hour apiece. I just don't know if anyone would really want to watch that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oop, that's not what I want. We want to use this one. More damage. That guy should be dead from his bleed, and he certainly is. He's dead as well, so we can take a second just to heal.
A death by inches.
This is all just about getting loot.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So we are going to get that loot. Let's pop that ruby. I can't believe I don't remember what interacts with the pile of bones. I don't know if I tried everything. Aha. Flawed release doesn't mean anything on him. So guys, this is an opportunity to get rid of a negative quirk. And I think we're going to do it on the Houndmaster. Let's burn it away. Faithless. I'm not sure what that did for me. Never touch a book. It's never worth it. And let's fight. Getting the first actions in every single battle is such a huge advantage.
A singular strike.
It's an even bigger advantage whenever you've got stuns. Or if you hyper-focus people down and get kills. I'm not making the most of it, honestly. We could end up bleeding that skeleton if we try. Just keep giving him those bleed debuffs, and eventually we debuff him enough and the skeleton becomes bloody enough to bleed.
Clear.
But his resistance is still 207%. That'd be a fun achievement though, if you could get a skeleton to bleed just by debuffing it.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
For all I know, there is an achievement for doing that.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, that was worth it. A lot of portraits here. Not 100% what we still have left to upgrade in the hamlet. Some stuff just not necessary anymore. The tavern, sadly, has become kind of irrelevant in our playthrough. Let's go this way. This takes medicinal herbs and gives us a damage buff. Cool. We'll eat, pop the torch, and we might camp once we get here. Alright, a Swanatar champion. Let's actually go for a battle ballad. Speed, accuracy, crit, all that's good stuff. Try and do some damage to the dude in the back line. I hate randomly getting diseases from them. And now he's super dead. That's great. Odds of stunning the big boy are very low. But we can stun the guy in the front.
The slow death, unforeseen.
So that trot retreat should have been a wasted ability. Because he got moved. You can also certainly just straight kill this thing. It's just nice sometimes to make sure that you're faster. You can go for the stun. Cool. And then we'll heal here. Excellent, a crit. Not a huge crit. 14's not like a big number. Yeah, he's going to trot retreat again. And if we kill this guy, it's going to mess him up one more time, and it just totally wastes all of his turns. And that is super dead. Alright, man. Suck it, Swanatar.
A devastating blow.
So, guys, I had a medical... Well, I had 2 medical procedures yesterday. I don't really need to go too much into them. Like what they are and stuff. That is a little bit personal, but needless to say, they were not fun. They required anesthesia, and I spent most of the day kind of out of it. This morning, I'm feeling better. I finally know what's wrong with me. What has been... Well, I have a lot of things. Unfortunately, I got a lot of medical issues, but I know what the newest one is. And it's been something that's been kind of plaguing me. I've been in and out of the ER, not knowing what's wrong.
The bigger the beast,
and it turns out it's actually something I never heard of that they were able to see.
This momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Let's go ahead and do this before I keep talking. Let's toss the bandages. Oh, I don't remember what to do with this. I think you might need... Whatever, we'll touch it. Got a buff. Nice. Basically, what I ended up finding out was that I have something called a hiatal hernia. And I had never heard of that before, but it's pretty crazy. It's like part of your stomach gets like sucked up through a hole in like a muscle wall. And a lot of people have it, and because of it, they get like acid reflux, things like that. But generally, like, you can live a long life and with a tiny portion of your stomach protruding backwards into this like muscle that it's not supposed to be in. And you can never know about it. You just maybe think you get a little heartburn sometimes. It's not a big deal. It happens to older people. It happens when you're obese. I'm neither old nor obese. It can also happen when you like violently vomit, which I have done unfortunately on several occasions due to other medical issues and in very recent times. So they think that might be what's causing a lot of my problems. And even sitting here right now talking, like, I feel really not good. Like, I ate a bowl of cereal this morning and I instantly felt like I was going to throw it back up. And what they told me was that essentially I have a pretty decent sized chunk, what they would describe as like a medium sized hiatal hernia, which means that like a non-insignificant portion of my stomach is now like playing peekaboo over this like muscle wall that it's not supposed to go into. It's weird, y'all. But now that I know what it is, it's like I can feel it. Like it makes so much sense. So what ends up happening is like your stomach never closes. If you've ever known anyone to have like really bad breath and really bad teeth, sometimes it's not caused by the fact that they don't brush their teeth. It's caused sometimes by something like acid reflux, where like your stomach acid basically has this open airway to just keep coming out of someone's, up their esophagus and out of their mouth. And that acid is super corrosive, obviously. We'll get rid of this debuff and we'll toss this. The acid, of course, being super corrosive. I probably could have used that here. We're just going to walk by. I'm just trying to get to that treasure room and then camp. And what happens is people's teeth just like corrode away from the acid. So I've kind of got like a similar issue right now. It's kind of as if I have this open tube directly to my stomach that can't close. And it feels real bad. So I'm gonna have to adjust my life a little bit. It's like eat in small portions, never lay down right after you eat. Those are some of the biggest things of advice. Posture while eating helps. But like there's a surgery to fix it, I just don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I need it, really. But I don't know even if it was being offered to me if I would do it. I've been cut open before. It's not a cool thing. And I've had complications from being cut open before, so like I'm gun shy to do stuff like that. If any of you out there have ever had any type of surgery and have it go wrong, especially, you know what I'm talking about. I've had a lot of procedures
surges as the enemy crumbles
that have gone wrong. Almost as many as I've had go right. But it's one of those things that's affecting my health. And some days, if I don't put out multiple videos like yesterday, that's really the only reason why. I was recovering from the procedures of the day. I'm just generally trying to feel better, trying to feel up for some stuff today. But I still feel a little bit crummy. And that's a dead man. Let's stun him. We still have a turn with our healer, if she goes first. Excellent. We'll top off the flagellant.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Okay, let's camp. I don't think we'll be... Well, okay, it's only one. Oh, that's not a big negative at all. Let's toss that. Pick that up, pick that up. Cool. And let's just make sure we don't get ambushed. Get rid of his stress. Actually, just could have used Therapy Dog. That's a way better ability. We'll pray, get some protection. And rest.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Wow, we were able to pick all that stuff up. I was hoping for a secret room because we still have one more key. But if not, we'll just take a few more battles, guys, and we'll be done. And that might even be the end of today's video. I've got some other stuff to record, plenty of other stuff. Especially before the new DLC comes out. I would love to hear if some of you guys watch this Let's Play as well as my Total War stuff. I'd love to hear what your opinion is on which campaign I should play. Right now I'm leaning towards Malice. Mostly because... What happens if I dig this? Nothing. Damn. Alright, we resisted it at least. Yeah, Malice's campaign mechanics look really fun. I love what they added. The whole, like, voices talking... Well, the voice talking to him. It gives you this cool, like, screen effect. And then Zarkan starts just, like, talking crap. It's pretty cool. It's unique in the game, at least. There's no other, like, interaction like that. And I appreciate little details. Damn, that accuracy debuff, I think, has been showing. He's missed 2 of those straight up. And now I'll go for the stun here, because I think I can get it, and also to try and help with the light. We'll get better loot if we let it drop, though. And he's gonna wreck us with the light.
Returns even the boldest gaze.
Alright. Start stacking bleed. Very, very vulnerable to bleed. It's pretty nice. Bleed's definitely the best way to kill this guy. He's got high protection, a big HP total. And yeah, landing the stun guarantees his death. He's going to die to his own bleed. And if anyone's got a little bit of stress, Jester's actually the most stressed out. We'll just help him. His bright tamborine's not very good when the light goes down. Awesome. That crit will kind of counter out a turn of horror.
Monstrous size
and so will that kill.
Intrinsic merit.
And if we just leave now,
inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue?
Will I toss like 2 citrine perhaps? That's 500 gold for 4 crests. I think so. We'll pick that up. And yeah, we'll just leave now. That was great. That was a great run, guys. And that finishes off for us the last of the bosses, the main bosses in the game. And our way is clear. We can go into the darkest dungeon with full confidence. We've got a lot of teams. We've got some redundancy in the types of characters that we have. I don't like that. We need to get rid of that. Nymphomania. Oh, dog. Got it bad. We've got some diseases, though. We got to get rid of those.
We dug for months, years, an eternity. And we were rewarded with madness.
I cannot, unfortunately, purchase a crystal. I don't have a lot of shards. I have spent them on an item I may never use, but... Oh, there's that level 4 Vestal we've been hoping for. So that way we could, peace out Picard.
Another soul battered and broken, cast aside like a spent torch.
Okay, not terrible. Not good, but not terrible. She comes pre-upgraded, that's good to remember. Let's take a second, we'll organize our stuff. Come in here and see who's got diseases. Get rid of the Black Plague, that's a bad one. Grey Rot, hopefully we get a twofer, and they both get removed. And then we'll see where we want to go next. The infestation is low right now, but it's starting to build. So what we can do... I don't really want to go back in any of these places right now. We can knock out the first level of the Darkest Dungeon. Pick up these Talismans of Flames. I know we can do this. Let's see, it says, "We are the flame. The creature's power waxes terrible. Recover the protective relics from the long-abandoned base camp, but beware the shuffling whore." So we got to kill the shuffling whore. And then for that we get some torches, which help us in the next dungeon, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I don't really want to go into the courtyard yet. We could probably farm invitations from doing these champion level courtyard runs. I do want to kill the Countess before we finish our Let's Play, though. We could spend some time, some weeks, going into the Endless Harvest. We've kind of accomplished everything I wanted to there as well, however. We have a crew that we could be using, though. Interesting. I think, guys, we're going to go into the Darkest Dungeon in the next episode. So I hope you're looking forward to that. We can, in the meantime, though, maybe try and... Yeah, she is terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. Let's get rid of Infirm. Yeah, we need to do something about some of these guys' issues. Some of them don't matter at all, like Wield Phobe. Get rid of Guilty Conscience. Can lock in Quick Reflexes, that's not bad. Oh wait, let's make sure our healer doesn't have anything like she has terrible healing or something like that. I don't like Soft and I don't like Off Guard. Get rid of Light Sensitive. I think Torchlight is considered high, but I don't know if that actually will affect him. But he does get increased healing from a Vestal. That's awesome. That's a really good benefit. So I'm going to get rid of this just in case. I don't think Curious will do anything in the farmstead. So some of those bad quirks don't matter at all. And here we can come in here. We need 92. Okay, we can't do that. I just want to upgrade the hamlet for the sake of upgrading it for fun.
Strong drink, a game of chance, and companionship. The rush of life.
And even cooler than that, we get to hear some unique Wayne June lines.
With enough ale, maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
Yeah, get drunk.
All manner of diversion and dalliance await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
Diversion and dalliance. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that nice easy boss fight. Hope you didn't mind a little bit of a medical talk with Brett. But that's one of the big things going on in my life. I registered for college, I picked my classes, I found out what my medical issue is. You know, visited family for Thanksgiving. Like, hope you guys don't mind when I talk about myself a little bit. I'd love to know more about y'all, but, you know, unfortunately YouTube feels more like a one-way street, especially if, you know, no one's commenting. That makes it like a super one-way street. And I'd like to say that if I ever have a huge YouTube channel, like huge, I would still try and respond to people, especially genuine good people. It's got to be hard for dudes with 1 million subscribers to try and talk to everybody. I get that, but like, I see some of them who are just like, yeah, I don't even read the comments. It's like, man, you got to read the comments. Ignore the bad guys, the guys who are just trying to tell you that everything you do is crap. But that's your best way to interact with people, I guess, that I know of. What do I know? Anyway, guys, rambling, that's probably the propofol. I had it in my system all yesterday. It was making me say some loopy stuff. But anyway, y'all, take care. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Darkest Dungeon next time, guys. Get hype. All right, y'all. Peace.